Today, I'm in Forgeside Rugby Club Community Gardens in Blaenavon, Wales, where the team here have done something pretty unexpected. Ditching the rugby gear for garden tools and trading tackles for trowels, the guys here have turned a patch of land near their pitch into a thriving community garden. Led by the unlikely gardener, Geraint Reynolds, and his teammates, they dove into the green scene without ever having touched a spade before. Hi, Geraint.
Hi, all right.
Yeah, you're not in your rugby kit.
No, not today, no.
So tell me a bit about where we are.
Where we stood now was about 6 to 8 foot of brambles and rubbish, a lot of fly tipping, overgrown area, so we had to clear this area out, and we thought, well, we need to give something back to the community, so we made a community garden, and it's just exploded from there, and what we got in front of us now.
After coining the idea to make this green space useful, the rugby boys made a good start. But it was only after they won a competition to have the space redesigned by professionals that the garden became what it is today. Spanning 300 square metres, the garden boasts a greenhouse where residents can nurture plants from seed, ensuring a constant supply of fresh produce throughout the year for local food banks. Complete with seating areas, a pizza oven and dining space, it offers a welcoming haven for the entire community to gather, unwind and indulge in gardening. How did you first get involved here?
So it was an RHS project a couple of years ago where we were chosen to design a community garden. So this was the Welsh garden that was chosen. But the idea with this space was that there was a lot of perennial planting, lots of the perennial fruit trees, and then there were lots of benches and places for people to sit and enjoy, because a lot of the houses here just have tiny little backyards, so there wasn't anywhere to grow. So it's brought lots of different elements in.
And I love the juxtaposition. I mean, as someone who plays football, I know how kind of poor for biodiversity, monocultural kind of pitches are. I mean, you've got a patch of grass there, which might not invite as many insects as you might invite here. So definitely. I love how that complements.
It's quite a nice buffer, actually, between the rugby pitch and then the wild countryside behind. So, yeah.
And what an unassuming connection. I mean, a rugby club, I can imagine that they probably help out with a lot of the heavy lifting though.
For sure, it's been amazing, and actually they've all got stuck in. It's been great. I think lots of people have found sort of a passion of gardening that they weren't expecting. But yeah, everyone's got really involved. It's blown me away really how the community have taken ownership of the space, and not only of the space that we designed for them, but it's evolved and they've extended it, and they've got the allotment patches down there now and bees, and it's amazing.
It's ever growing. I can see that there's even works going on today.
Absolutely, things are all happening, so they've been busy.
The design of the garden pays homage to Blaenavon's industrial legacy, drawing inspiration from the town's history. Rusty steel planters bursting with vibrant dahlias, heleniums and sunflowers evoke the fiery glow of the iron furnaces fueled by coal from mines like Big Pit.
It's a nod back to the history. It's people not forgetting their past. The rugby club has been around since 1880. We stopped twice for the 2 world wars, so then reformed in 1947. So we've been up here this long.
I guess spaces and places are becoming more and more forgotten. You know, the heart and soul of communities, and I'd very much established this as kind of like the heart and soul of this community.
Especially after COVID, the community was quite bare. A lot of people wouldn't go out. It was sort of isolated within the village Forgeside. So building this community garden has brought people back together. It has brought people out. We've met people that only live a street away that we probably never met before and spoken to them. So yeah, it's been fantastic for that. People will now come across that weren't rugby fans before, and you'll see them pottering around doing a bit, but then they'll see that the game is on, and then they're interacting with the people then on the side and watching and asking questions, and vice versa. It is great for community spirit.
Whether you're on the pitch playing or tending to the soil, both rugby and gardening require teamwork, dedication and a whole lot of passion. Something that local player Leighton Williams knows all too well. So Leighton, you probably look the most ready to play rugby here today.
Thank you.
all kitted out. And I can't tell whether the mud's from the rugby pitch or the garden.
It's very much a bit of both. It just keeps expanding and getting more people involved. There's a couple of building projects that we want to carry on with up here. We want to do a bandstand down the bottom so we can have more bands up here, and local groups can use it then for their events as well.
Are you in a band?
Very much no. You don't want to hear me sing.
If there was one vegetable or fruit you'd want to grow, what would you do?
For me, it's It's simple carrots. I love carrots because you can just eat them without cooking. So it's nice and simple food.
So what, minimum effort, ultimate satisfaction?
That's the perfect way of putting it.
So I've noticed that there's a few names on the plots down the end.
Yes, as we go further down the garden, more like an allotment style raised beds. So each one of them have been given to different groups or people, families. We put a shout out on social media and they've all been taken. We've had to constantly building them, filling them then with the soil and people are using them. So we've got groups from nursery and scouts and brownies to families, all different ages, growing different crops. Back in the summer, we all had supper up here together, which was really good as well.
It sounds like the dining table to be at.
Yes, yeah. Rhubarb crumble is lovely, fair play.
If you're looking for examples of strength and resilience, then there aren't many better places than in Blanhaven. It's incredible to see a community buying together, using gardening to grow a future filled with happiness and hope.